So we're back. Are we gonna do an Instagram live with one of these?
Why you put me on the spot?
Because I think it would be fun.
Okay.
What's the next question? Maybe that's a good one for live.
When pitching, Brittany Valdez asked, when pitching to an agent at a conference, what should the pitch look like? What material should I have prepared when
Let's
pitching?
go live.
All right.
Oh, so we're doing this. We're doing Instagram live.
We are live.
Hey, Instagram. Anybody
What
on yet?
mess is this?
Come on, we're on live.
All right, so we are filming a YouTube video, and I have a question from a viewer.
Oh, good.
Brittany Valdez asks on Twitter, when pitching to an agent at a conference, what should the pitch look like? Should I fill the whole 3 minutes with a pitch or leave time for the agent to respond? What material should I prepare when pitching? Business cards, printed pages, etc.
That's a lot.
Ask agent.
That's a lot. That's a big question.
If you ever need a reminder, I can repeat it. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's all good. And this is good timing, actually, because I'm going to a conference next week.
Perfect. Be prepared for outtakes, people.
And we have Instagram Live followers.
Oh, they're waving. Hello.
Hi.
We are a mess.
Well, Brittany, thank you for the question.
Yes, thank you, Brittany.
So, pitching can either be, I've seen pitches from 3 minutes to 10 minutes. My number one piece of advice is don't fill all the time, because you don't want to feel like you're talking at an agent, and I don't like feeling talked at. Now, you've sat in on pitches for a few years now, right?
Yeah, they're interesting. Yeah, I think you just have to make a personal connection, and you have to pitch your book, but I don't think for a full 3 minutes you should be pitching a book. There is a point when an agent zones out. There's a point when anybody zones out, but
no.
I think you need to keep it clear, succinct, hit all the right points, drum up interest, and then leave them wanting a little bit more.
But I think the personal connection is the most important part.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really, I think you need to make the time to connect, and it's for you, the author, not necessarily you.
Yeah.
Not just the agent.
Yeah, you want to know if you want to work with the person too, so.
Yeah, and
it's kind of like a mutual interview thing going on.
Yeah, and even start off with a question. I mean, the obvious is, how are you? How are your pitches? Are you enjoying the conference?
How's your conference going? So, we answered one question.
So I think the pitch should be one paragraph.
Don't yell at me. One paragraph.
One paragraph.
But you got to hit all the good parts.
You do. You need to do the title, the genre, word count probably.
Yes.
And then you need to launch into your one paragraph. This is what it's about. Imagine you're telling somebody about a movie you just saw. I just saw Crazy Rich Asians. It's about this girl who goes with her boyfriend and discovers that his family is super crazy rich and she had no idea. And it goes into the culture of this family. That would really be enough of a pitch. It's not a great pitch, but it would be enough to hopefully get the agents
to want more
and to ask more questions.
Right. So be prepared to answer questions
about your book.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then be prepared, if you have an agent who's not a question asker like I am.
Yeah, you're a question asker.
I ask a lot of questions. Be prepared to ask some yourself. Is this the kind of book you're looking for? This is own voices, or this is a mystery, or
right.
It seems like you're heavy in mystery. Are you also looking for women's fiction? Those kinds of questions can be valuable. Another great opportunity is to ask the agent how she views the market. Do you see a market for this kind of book? What's selling these days? Right. Is this the kind of thing editors are looking for? That kind of thing.
Right. We got some questions too.
Really?
Yeah. Should the pitch give away the whole story or just the plot?
The pitch should be like your back cover copy. Oh, M&Ms are falling on the floor.
Oh, man.
The pitch should be like your back cover copy. So it should give the hook of the book and the selling points of the book from the plot perspective, but it shouldn't give away the ending.
Right.
So think of it that way.
Yeah, so just spend time perusing through covers and...
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that
They're a little longer than one paragraph, though.
Well, but it's a good starting point.
Yeah.
And a verbal pitch is going to be longer than a written pitch for a query letter, because I think it goes back to your point about people lose their attention.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if I sat here and made you listen while I read all three of these to you? You would smack me.
Yeah. So Brittany also wants to know, should you have anything prepared? Business cards, printed pages?
I wouldn't bother with
One
printed
sheets.
pages.
I wouldn't bother with business cards either, would you? I mean, like you said, I've sat in a couple, and I know that you don't ever look at them again because you wait for a query, and that's your business card. That's your...
Oh, I think though I would bet there are some agents who like to sort of take home a business card with some information from you, so that, I mean, I followed up before and said,
And ask for
when
material?
when I've done critiques and I liked something and I requested it, then I have followed up. Amazing how many never showed up on my desk though. But anyway, that aside.
Side note.
I think the business cards are up to you. I think business cards or postcards are something good to have at a conference anyway, because even if you're not giving them out at pitch appointments, they're useful when you're networking with other authors.
Right, right.
So if you're going to have them anyway, I would bring them to your pitch. The agent may or may not take them. They may end up in the trash.
I've seen you say no thank you. Definitely.
No, not to business cards.
No, maybe it was Kim.
Yeah,
Am I...
You just threw Kim under the bus. I hope she's not watching.
Maybe it was a one sheet then that she said no thank you to.
I've said no to one sheets. I'm not
Maybe it was a
I'm
one
not
sheet.
likely to read it, and I'm not gonna take it back with me. I'm not, especially if I'm flying, I'm not loading my suitcase with stuff.
Yeah, it was probably a one sheet.
Yeah.
Business cards you just slip in, I guess.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's a good idea to have business cards or postcards or something, because you would rather have them and have an agent not want them than not have them when somebody actually wants them.
That's true. So, that's it, Brittany. That is your question.
So good luck with your pitch, Brittany. Hey, Buford says subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also check out BookEnds on Twitter, Instagram, and our blog. See you there.